Okay, it's 2 days before the New Hampshire primary. We've had two big debates and want to talk about those. I may just do one debate here and then do another video with the other Democrat, then Republican. I wanted to sit on the Democratic debate for a while, the Hillary and Bernie one, only because I wanted to really just kind of digest it. I have personal feelings as to the two of them, more so than the Republicans, and I wanted to make sure I clean my biases out to give you what I think is this is a true a review of what happened. Bernie and Hillary. Bernie is the action in this party. He is what's happening. He's rocking. He gets people moving. Gets a little angry, but he's just cooking. He tells you what he thinks. That's what people want to hear in this country. They want to hear the real. Whether they agree with you or not, they want to know what you have to say. If they don't like what you have to say, they'll come after you. If they like what you have to say, they'll back you. But at least they know where you're coming from. And the old political way of, well, maybe this, and well, maybe that, and this apparently, and maybe, and never just kind of coming out and saying it and sticking with it. The last one who really did that, I think, was George H.W. Bush with Read My Lips, No More Taxes. And then taxes went up a couple of years later. But that's a different issue. We're now at a point where with the populism, the nativism, and the unhappiness in this country, can't speak for the other countries that are unhappy, but with a failed presidency of President Obama, which is so sad because he just has so much talent and he really seems like he's a great guy and a great family man. And the failed presidency of President Obama, and we'll get into that in later videos, this country is demanding straight talk, no jive, telling it like it is. Bernie tells it like it is. Feel the burn. I feel the burn when I hear him. He just really rocks out. Tells you it goes. The problem with Bernie, when you listen to him during that debate, is he has no foreign policy. He's no better than Dr. Carson. He wants to just cut defense spending. And what sense does that make in the face of the Russians now having their highest amount of subs cruising around since the Cold War, checking us out, with the Chinese building islands and international waters, with ISIS just moving all over North Africa and the Middle East, and Iran. Just wait till their election comes up. Everybody's not even looking at that. They're now pushing out all the so-called liberals and now bringing in the conservatives, the ones who love the Ayatollah, the supreme leader. Is that what they call him and the young un? As far as I'm concerned, there were only three supremes: Diana, Mary, and Flo. And Flo, she don't know because the boy she loves is a Romeo. Sorry, little pop there. The music was incredible. But that's where Bernie, I'm having a problem with Bernie. His foreign policy is absolutely horrible. Plus, he wants to break up Wall Street. We should have done that in the mid-late 2000s when the whole financial crash came about. And he didn't. Now what are you going to do? Is it going to make more loans for people? Is it going to give more money to people? I don't think it's going to do anything. It'll just be further upheaval in this economy that people are not satisfied with, an unhappy economy. So I think Bernie won on pure emotion, belief, straight talk. I think he has a problem with reality. Hillary, on the other hand, everybody knows where I stand with her. I think she is experienced, smart, and would be an excellent president. But she's being an old politician. She's an old Pole. She just keeps changing and going more left and more right and going here and going there. And now she's President Obama's supporter, and yet in foreign policy she isn't. And you sit there and you go, where are you coming from, Hillary? Tell it like it is. I mean, let's use the example of the situation where she made all that money from Goldman Sachs. So what? You're allowed to make money. You get paid to speak. What's wrong with that? She made her money. All she had to say was, look, they paid me. They asked me to tell me what I thought, and I told them what I thought, and I got paid for it. What's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't think anybody sees anything wrong with that. You get what you can get. My feeling always has been, why did Hillary even get into this? She was making so much money. You've heard me say this in earlier incarnations and under JAAC. Why would she even get involved? She's making so much money. She and Bill President Clinton were just considered gods around the world, and the Clinton Foundation was on fire. Why would you want to do anything like run for president? But politicians have egos and need it. But so she keeps running and moving and left and right, and it's just not real. She's smart. She's on top of this. Her foreign policy would be much stronger than President Obama's, so she's not really saying it. and she could be probably more realistic, deal with the problems in front of us. She knows you can't just break up Wall Street right now, but she has to keep bad-mouthing Wall Street. So you wonder, Hillary, where are you coming from? Just tell it like it is. I made my money on them, so what? Who cares? Think about it. Wouldn't you want to make money on Wall Street? So I'm very disappointed in both. But I think Bernie won that. However, as we said in the first Iowa, prior to the Iowa primaries or the caucuses, it was our position that Hillary was going to lose and Bernie was going to win and Trump was going to lose. We were right. Trump lost. I don't consider that a Hillary win. When you have to have 6 coin tosses to win, what is this, a football game? 6 coin tosses. I mean, where are you guys, the Democrats in the caucuses there? It's like crazy in Iowa. That's not an election. 6 coin tosses? Why not just have them both come up to the 50-yard line and flip it once? Game's over. It doesn't matter at that point. But I think she lost then. And we said then that Bernie was going to win in New Hampshire and Trump was going to win in New Hampshire and not going to move from that. So we're feeling pretty good with that. It's going to be after New Hampshire we really see things start to pick up. Is Bernie real? Is he not real? We're going to find out. South Carolina, Nevada, and the SEC. Following this is going to be a Republican review, but let's just say we're disappointed in both, but I see that as a Bernie win, and Bernie is the genuine politician in this party. Peace.